gathering that brings together the top leadership in the media industry to reflect, strategize, and recommit to the noble mission of journalism. Today, we are privileged to have Honorable Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya with us. Your presence, sir, underscores the shared role of the government and the media in meeting the goals of societal development, safeguarding of democracy, and serving the public good. As we convene here, the state of media in Kenya reflects a complex mix of progress, challenges, and opportunities. The Kenyan media continues to stand firm as a pillar of democracy, celebrated for its resilience and vibrancy. Our journalists uncover stories that matter, giving a voice to the voiceless and holding power to account. Innovations in digital platforms have expanded our reach, enabling us to connect with diverse audiences locally and globally. This adaptability reaffirms our place as a dynamic force in the modern information landscape. Yet, we cannot ignore the storm clouds that are hovering over our industry today. Journalists in Kenya have constantly faced serious threats, both online and offline. The year 2024 saw increased harassment, trolling, and cyberbullying targeting media professionals, with female journalists bearing the biggest brunt of this abuse. The Gen Z protest earlier this year served as a stark reminder of the risks journalists take to serve the public. Many of our colleagues were shot, injured, harassed, and humiliated by the police. One of them was Catherine Wanjeri Karaoke, who was shot 3 times in point-blank range for the apparent crime of simply being on the streets to cover a legitimate news story. Equipment such as cameras and other work tools were also destroyed, as depicted in the documentary you just watched. The documentary served as a powerful reminder of the untold story of suffering endured by journalists, the unsung heroes of democracy. Ironically, the government, which is duty-bound to protect its people, has remained eerily silent. This silence, sir, is deafening. We extend our deepest appreciation to our media partners, CGTN, for collaborating with us in the production of this documentary, as well as their support in training and internship programs. We also thank the Chinese Embassy for facilitating exchange programs and networks that have equipped us with valuable knowledge on emerging technologies. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, economically, our industry continues to grapple with serious financial challenges occasioned by shrinking advertising revenues, evolving consumption habits, unpaid government bills, and restrictive policies on government advertising. These challenges have led to layoffs, loss of talent, and wage delays. Media houses are struggling to stay afloat, leaving those who remain overburdened and underpaid. The irony is that a government emphasizing on job creation has played a role in hundreds of journalists losing their jobs. Pay delays and lack of insurance have left many journalists vulnerable, with some experiencing mental health challenges and even contemplating extreme measures, including attempted suicides. Tragically, stress and depression have claimed the lives of several journalists. At this juncture, please, allow me to invite us all to stand for a moment of silence in honor of colleagues we've lost this year. And you can see they're here. I'll mention them by name. Paul Muhoho, our oldest court reporter who passed on last night here in Nakuru County. Peter Okongo, a veteran journalist and a member of Kenya Editors Guild, who is being laid to rest today, alongside other esteemed members of our community, Mutegi Njau, Washington Akumu, Rita Tinina, Njambi Koikai, Dickens Owesonga, Mercy Mawia, Michael Oyer, Fatma Rajab, Shadrach Miti, and Sam Makenda. We honor them and celebrate them for their dedication to journalism, even in the face of personal and professional struggles. While the reasons for their passing vary, their loss is deeply felt across the media fraternity. May their contributions continue to inspire us as we move forward. Amen. Thank you very much. You may take your seats. Honorable Deputy President, ladies and gentlemen, institutional challenges compound these challenges, or shortcomings compound these challenges. For the fourth consecutive year, the Media Council of Kenya has been operating without a board, while budget cuts limit its ability to effectively oversee the industry. Similarly, the Media Complaints Commission has been hamstrung by what we see as state interference. In addition, there is an enduring duplicity of content regulation between the Media Council of Kenya and the Communications Authority, despite the clear constitutional provisions of the roles these institutions should play. These factors and many more have continued to undermine media regulation in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, despite these challenges, we are not without hope. The media holds unparalleled potential to inform, educate, and inspire action on issues that matter most: the economy and cost of living, climate change, youth unemployment, corruption, and bad governance. By embracing technology, investing in fact-checking capabilities, and strengthening capacity-building initiatives, we can restore media credibility and trust and elevate our profession to even greater heights. Today, we will be presenting to you, Honorable Deputy President, the Kenya Editors Guild Manual on Climate Change Reporting, which will soon be incorporated in the training programs of various academic institutions. We convey our gratitude to GIZ for collaborating with us on this initiative. We are also finalizing a handbook on biotechnology in partnership with Africa Agricultural Technology Foundation, AATF. In light of these challenges and opportunities, we wish to make the following call. Honorable Deputy President, the government has a critical role to play in enabling a thriving media environment. We urge your administration to ensure justice and safety for journalists. This includes holding accountable those who have attacked or harassed journalists, whether during the protest, online, or in the normal course of their duties. In this regard, we urge the government to recommit itself to the protection of media workers as they perform their constitutionally mandated duties. 2, withdraw restrictive advertising directives. We urge the government to take steps to reverse the recent directives by the Ministry of ICT on centralized government advertising, which unfairly disadvantages certain media houses. Such a move would foster a level playing field to ensure all media outlets have equitable access to advertising revenue. 3, support media sustainability. We strongly urge the government to implement the recommendations of the ICT and Digital Economy Sector Working Group, including the establishment of a Media Sustainability and Innovation Fund. 4, establish a National Media Center. We call on the government to collaborate with the media industry to create a vibrant training and innovation hub. This will play a key role in increasing the capacity of the industry in general, as well as bridging the current communication gap between the government and the media. 5, provide tax relief. Offer tax holidays or similar financial incentives to media houses that are currently facing financial challenges. This will be a strong affirmation of the government's belief in the role of media in the sustenance of democracy and national development. 6, strengthen regulatory bodies, expedite the appointment of a board of the Media Council of Kenya, and empower the Media Complaints Commission to operate at its full capacity. This includes an end-to-end regulatory overlaps between the Communications Authority and the Media Council of Kenya. In particular, it is worth noting that Communications Authority has regularly dabbled in media content regulation, despite several affirmations by the courts that this mandate vests in MCK. The government should move with speed to resolve this duplicity to avoid any further confusion. Finally, the government should actively fund and strengthen the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation, KBC, to enable it to effectively play its role as a public broadcaster. The government of Kenya should borrow a leaf from what is happening in other developed countries, such as China. As media practitioners, we must also move with speed to address our internal challenges. We must invest in training programs that bridge the gap between academic competence and professional practice, particularly in the context of emerging technologies. 2, strengthen in-house leadership to foster innovation, build trust with audiences, and drive the industry forward. Uphold ethical standards and professionalism to maintain credibility, and stand firm against external pressures that compromise media freedom, ensuring we serve society without fear or favor. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, the theme of this year's convention reminds us of the immense power of storytelling to drive societal transformation. By embracing innovation and upholding the highest standards of professionalism, we as the media can rebuild public trust and reaffirm our role as the watchdog of democracy. The time for action is now. Let us have open, honest, and forward-thinking conversations about the future of our profession. I extend my deepest gratitude to all our partners and supporters, as well as the KEG Council, Secretariat, the Planning Committee, and everyone who took part in organizing this event, and for our distinguished guests for gracing it. Let us remain steadfast in our commitment to truth, courage, and integrity. The Kenyan media story is far from over, and together we can ensure it remains a story of resilience, innovation, and impact for many generations to come. Honorable Deputy President, I hope you brought your safari boots because I know time still allows, and your binoculars, because we want to go to the park to have a feel of what we go through as media, the challenges, and the role we're playing in solution journalism. Thank you so much for being here this afternoon. Thank you for your time. The Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Information, Communications, Technology, and the Digital Economy, Dr. Margaret Ndungu. Umeona hiyo maneno? The Principal Secretary, who was supposed to be here this afternoon, the Deputy Governor, Nakuru County, Honorable David Kones. Thank you so much for being here, DG, representing Susan Kihika, the Governor of Nakuru County. The representative of Zhong Jingpiang, High Commissioner of the People's Republic of China, Liu Zhengyu. Thank you so much for being here this afternoon. We also have the representative of Neil Wigan, British High Commissioner, Madam Georgina Woodhouse-Hill, who is here with Jacques Delacroix. Did I pronounce it well? Thank you so much for being here this afternoon. The Chief Executive Officer of Media Council of Kenya, David Omoyo, the representative of, the Vice President, of Kenya Editors Guild, Ruth Nesoba, and members of the Executive Council of Kenya Editors Guild. Where are you? EC, please stand. Let's see you. Thank you so much for making this convention a success. Thank you so much. The President of Africa Editors Forum, Churchill Otieno. Oh yes, Oga. And then we have Secretary General of Kenya Union of Journalists, Eric Odwor. Oh, also on that side, thank you so much. Senior Project Manager, Frederick Norman Foundation, Judy Kaberia. Thank you so much for being here this afternoon. Lydia Gashungi, Regional Advisor, Freedom of Expression and Safety of Journalists, UNESCO. Lydia, thank you so much for being here. Esteemed partners, distinguished members of Kenya Editors Guild and the Secretariat, ladies and gentlemen, and the media, thank you so much for covering us. You know, we are told media, journalism is a very lonely profession. Nobody tells our story. It had to take our initiative to tell our own story. So before I read my speech, kindly allow me to invite Chatilo Otieno, the president of the Africa Editors Forum, to just say a word because of time. Chatilo, please.
Thank you, Madam President. Your Excellency, Professor Kithure Kindiki, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. Margaret Ndung, CS Information Communication and Digital Economy, the Deputy Governor, Nakuru County, and our host, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, colleagues led by my brother David Omoyo from the Media Council of Kenya. I know there's also some significant editors in the room. Allow me to pinpoint a few of them. Joe Ageo is hiding somewhere at the back of the room, and help me congratulate him on joining the World Editors Forum board. And we have veteran editor Macharia Gaido, also hiding somewhere in the room. A well-known noisemaker and disruptor. And we do also have a veteran editor in the name of Eric Obino, whom we lost to politics, but he's still one of us. I bring greetings from Africa and a message from media stakeholders in Africa. And the African media fraternity is looking up to Kenya as they chase just one vision, which is how might Africa tell its own story. A number of policy proposals are coming from the Africa Editors Forum, and I'd like to leave you with only 3 of them. The first one is the whole question of how might we pay for journalism. And one idea that has come up that I think we must give significant attention as Kenya is the idea of journalism funds as a way of replacing the revenues that we are losing to shrinking advertising. And the proposal is that there are a number of ways in which we can create a basket that ensures that our society benefits from critical public interest journalism. And one of them is in making sure that a portion of monies that we recover from corruption is invested in investigative journalism. Just 2 months ago, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission did hand over to President Ruto a check of 5.5 billion Kenya shillings recovered from graft. If a portion of that money was invested in our journalism, a few more of our newsrooms would be able to deliver more accurately for our people. The second critical policy recommendation is in the whole question of capital flight through advertising in the big tech space, be it social media, be it AI technologies. And the question is, as these big tech companies take advantage of journalistic product and journalistic content to make revenues, how do we make sure that our laws gives them a chance to also contribute in sustaining our journalism? So the whole question of fair pricing and the whole question of competition laws to make sure that those who benefit from journalism also participate in making sure that they pay for that journalism is important. The last one is on the question of safety, a big issue in Africa. As we speak, the journalists in jail in many African countries, the journalists who paid that ultimate price in many African countries. Kenya is being looked at as an example where such things don't happen. And we hope that in partnership with the government, we can get commitments to make sure this happens. I thank you, and I celebrate the Kenya Editors Guild on the 7th convention.
Thank you very much, Churchill. And maybe something he forgot to mention is that in 2026, we are hoping to bid for Kenya to host the 6th Africa Media Convention. And guess what? The Deputy President and the CS have committed to support us in making that possible. Asante sana, we deeply appreciate. Now allow me to invite the CEO of our regulator, MCK. Please say a word, just a word, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam President, Your Excellency, Professor Kindiki, our Deputy President, Dr. Margaret Nyambura, our CS, Deputy Governor, the President here and other leadership, senior leaders, Hamjambo. It's a pleasure to be here, Your Excellency. You will be surprised that this is a strange convention. Long before you came, we were complete even with our own president. And when you arrived, the protocol is upside down that we have a deputy president who is senior than our president. Your Excellency, allow me to only stress one point on journalist safety and how we Kenyans relate to each other when we have serious conflicts. Many times when we have national issues, the Kenyans working in the media houses and the Kenyans working in government cannot agree. They fight on the streets. Sometimes they wake up from the same bed. One Kenyan goes to a police station to do his work. Another Kenyan goes to a media house to do his work. And they fight on the streets all day, and they go home the same day. I hope that as a country that has matured democratically, we can find a way to engage and disagree in principle without fighting each other. Your Excellency, I know you are in the Interior Ministry. We have our CS here and all the editors here. I hope that you will guide us. We have a proposal or two on your desk already about regular interactions between the media and government, respecting each other's space, but really agreeing that even when we disagree, there is a more decent way to do. That way then we stop being in the global media for all the wrong reasons, while the rest of Africa and the whole world is looking up to us. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, Omoyo. And to deliver the speech of the High Commissioner of the People's Republic of China, please allow me to invite Liu Zhenyu.
Your Excellency, Professor Kithure Kindiki, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable CS of ICT and Digital Economy, Dr. Margaret Ndungu, President of the Kenya Editors Guild, Ms. Zubeida Kananu, Mr. David Omoyo, CEO of MXK, and also Mr. Churchill Otieno, the President of the African Editors Forum. Members of the Kenya Editors Guild, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is a great honor to attend the 7th Annual Convention of the Kenya Editors Guild and speak with the voices shaping the Kenya's media landscape. On behalf of the Chinese Embassy and also His Excellency Ambassador Dr. Zhou Pingjian, I'd like to extend our warmest congratulations on the successful holding of this event and also the deep respect to the hardworking editors for your dedication to the media profession. Ambassador also asked me to convey his message of regret for not being able to join everyone today due to other obligations. Media is a cornerstone of modern society and also a force that shapes perceptions and narratives. The Kenya Editors Guild, as a key institution in the media sector, has made significant contributions to upholding the professional ethics and building understanding across borders. Your efforts not only provide the Kenyan people with objective, fair, and diverse information, but also create an essential platform for Africa to engage with the world. China and Kenya enjoy a long-standing friendship, rooted in mutual respect and shared aspirations. In recent years, our cooperation across various fields have deepened, yielding fruitful results, from infrastructure development to agricultural progress, from educational and cultural exchanges to technological innovation. The achievements of China-Kenya collaboration are evident and have benefited many Kenyan people and Chinese people. This success owes much to the efforts of the media professionals. Through your reports, the spirit of China-Kenya collaboration and broader China-Africa friendship come alive, fostering greater understanding and appreciation among our people. In this era of rapid digital transformation, the role of media is more important than ever. Digital transformation has revolutionized how we consume and